Hey, everybody. Hey. The lock lady is back in the building. The lock lady is back in the building. Um, I know it has been a couple of weeks. As you can see, something went on. We will talk about that. But before we get started, I'm going to just wait and get a couple of people in here and we will start our conversation. Okay. I'll see if some of my usual suspects show back up, and hopefully, YouTube allows this live to go on. Hopefully, I'm able to do that. So we'll see. It's not the usual Sunday that I go on, but I just wanted to go ahead and get in here because I had this time to do it and I was feeling it, especially because I haven't been here, so I wanted to just kind of come in here as soon as possible. And depending on how Sunday goes, probably still just chime in again and we could just kind of come up with something and talk about it. I finally have these next 2 days off, so I am so excited. I am super excited about having these next 2 days off. Usually I don't have, I know most of you guys aren't used to me coming in on a Friday because usually it's a Sunday, but we'll see what happens. I'm just going to go ahead and roll with whoever comes in. Okay. And then we will talk about what is in the title. Like I said, I do plan on going ahead and doing a mystery color henna, guys. And I ended up getting this packet like last week, but I wanted to wait until you guys came in so that you can see the new color with me. I do not know how this is going to come out. I have never used this color before, but I am going to go ahead and I'm going to roll the dice and try something new. But if you guys come in, when you come in, please don't be shy. Say hi. Be nice. Give it a thumbs up, okay? If you're gonna be watching, so there's no need to. I mean, that's easy. It's free. All you have to do is thumbs up the video, okay? So we're gonna be talking about that. I'm going to be discussing why. I'm going to have someone to do my next two retightnings for me. Okay. And by the way, happy belated Mother's Day, guys. I'm so glad I was able to get to you guys before the month of May was out. So happy belated Mother's Day to all of the beautiful mothers out there. And even for fathers that may be taking care of kids, if you're grandmothers, grandparents, I also work in the library, and so many grandparents, God bless them, they are taking care of the babies out here. So we gotta love the grandparents for that. Okay, so they're doing God's work, honey, because it ain't easy to be done had your children, and then now you got to raise your grandchildren. So God bless them for that. And then I am going to tell you guys, I also substitute teach, and then I have here a little box. I call it Love a Substitute Teacher. This is my box. I'm going to decorate it, but I have a lot of stuff in here from my little kitties from today. Today was my last day of work before the year's out until next year. And they surprisingly just like done some super cute little things that I'm going to show that they did from their little hearts. And some of them kids, I was surprised with some of the stuff that they said, honey, some of them was saying little lines that even grown men don't say. I was like, what? These are second, third graders. I was like, okay, these kids are brand new. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna try, guys. Go ahead and hydrating for the hair, child. You gotta keep everything hydrated. So I'm doing that. I'm trying to just wait a couple of minutes because my usual suspects. If any of my usual suspects are in here, any of my usual, thumbs up the video when you come in, guys. That way I know that you the family, you the Lockstock family. If not, then I just know your watchers. And listen, guys, we can tell when people are in here. Like I said, don't be shy. Say hey, say where are you from if you're new. put where you're from in the chat, okay? So if you're people that I know, y'all are gonna thumbs up. But if not, I just know for sure you just watches, okay? So just know we can see that, all right? We can see that. Okay. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do, I don't want to wait too late. It is a Friday though, so I'm thinking people still should be. It is TGIF Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Everybody off for the weekend. So I hope that everybody is enjoying the start of your weekend and that you probably got some plans. I don't know if you my age. I don't know how many people is. I mean that doesn't mean you can't have plans, but some people might still be hitting the clubs. I don't know. I ain't one of them, but I'm just saying, who knows? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe, especially these days, that maybe people in the house, but maybe some people got more exciting lives than I do. I have some fun sometimes too, y'all. I'm starting to really do that for myself, y'all. I'm starting to have fun, y'all. I'm starting to have some fun too. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I am going to do the big reveal of the new color that I have in my hair. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little something about henna. But what I'm not gonna do, I got some chapstick, but I felt like something. Okay, it's nice and smooth. Okay. Anyways, usually okay, I was just like making sure that I am revealing my address. Anyways, what I do for my hair, everything right now is just natural. It's been natural for years now. I try not to put anything chemicals on my hair. So even like with the henna, and it definitely does take longer to put henna in your hair. So for anyone who is interested in henna, it is a great natural alternative to color your hair. That's what I have been using for the past. Let me see. Shoot, actually, to be honest, I didn't even realize it was that long, but it's going on 10 years now, guys. It has to be going on 10 years that I have been using natural henna. Now, does it take longer to do it? Yes, it definitely takes a whole lot longer to do henna. And if you've never done henna before, to go this route, there still is some stuff to learn. So it's not like you don't have to learn some stuff, because if you have been using chemical colors on your hair and stuff like that, you can't just move over to henna like that, because there can be some repercussions for that. You can mess up your colors for that. A lot of different things can happen. So you need to actually know what you're doing if you decide to go the natural way for henna. You don't want to, if you're like the lock lady and you don't want to use chemical colors anymore, then there's definitely something to know. And if you have questions, then you can ask questions about that. And if you want to check that out, like I have other videos that you could go through into my catalog, and then I'm sure I have stuff in there about color. I have a color video in there amongst, I think I got 188 videos, so it's in there. But if you do have questions here, you can do that. Place your questions there. We welcome questions here. Likes, all of that kind of stuff. So please do so. Please do so. Please do so. And like I said, I have a few people here that I see that are watching, and no thumbs up. Okay, guys, what's that about? What's hard about giving a thumbs up? But you want to watch the video. What is wrong with doing that? I don't know why people do that. A lot of people, sometimes they'll watch your videos, but they don't subscribe or do a thumbs up. What that's about, I have no idea. But they still like to watch you. So okay, I guess you can watch me. That's okay. All right. So basically, the first thing that is going to come in your packet you're going to have instructions. So you will get instructions on exactly what you order. So I did order a kit. I ordered a different type of kit. So for those of you guys, so my friends or my family member, my lock stars. So if you come in here, I'm gonna go over this. You go ahead and watch the replay, and then you can just see what I ended up getting and all of that jazz. Okay. And so what happened, another thing too, before we do the big reveal of the color, guys, as you can see, I have kind of been out of commission because I injured my finger over here, and calling myself trying to do my nails. And listen, y'all, just go ahead and pay the little money if you're trying to do your stuff. Because for Mother's Day, I was like, let me go ahead and do my nails. And I caught myself trying to use the cuticle cutters that they use at the nail place, and it cut too deep in my hand. As a result, it got infected, and it's been infected for like, well, it's healing for over 2 weeks. It's been injured. It's been slowing me down, all that other kind of stuff. But slowly but surely, we are healing. Thank you, Jesus. Slowly but surely. But yes, I've been kind of a little bit out of commission over this. And I'm telling you, sometimes the things that you be like, why did I do that? Like, why did I do that? Okay, so I'm trying to remember. Let me look on this paper. What did I order? Oh, okay. So, guys, so we are in for a treat for this one. I forgot that I got all this different stuff. So for this one, and this one is going to be so for the color that I'm using, guys, this time is I'm going to use that ancient sunrise. Oh, let me see. Let me make sure. The ancient sunrise henna for gray hair, and I am going to be using the color auburn. So I got an auburn kit. I used to actually use the color auburn and copper back in the day. I used to wear my hair auburn, like that was in my 20s. I used to wear. I have not colored my hair auburn in a very, very long time. I do not know how it's going to take. So, but I do have high hopes for it. I don't have a lot of gray, but I do have, like, as you can see, it's starting to come back in. I do have it around my perimeter of my hair. The gray does come in and pepper like that, and now it's starting to kind of be peppered like through my hair. It's not crazy, but it is there. It's enough noticeable if I don't do anything about it. So I'm gonna do the auburn, and then I purchased some ancient sunrise fenugreek hair herbs, and this is, I think that is for, what is the herbs for? So when I pull this out, I'll see. And then ancient sunrise Zisfaspina Christie, and I think that is a shampoo. I ended up buying. Now this is the first time that I'm really trying it with this. This is, all of this is different. I don't know how any of this is gonna come out, y'all. I do not know how any of this. So this is, if you're a type of person that's trying to get away, get this gray, this stuff really works. This henna really, really works. This is the auburn color. We're going to see what happens. I'm sure that probably up here I'll get in that auburn color, and probably in between, and maybe at the ends of here, because at the end you can't see it here, but in the on the bottom of my hair is lighter, and I think that's just maybe because this is the oldest part of my hair, and out in the sun it looks more like light brown. But through the middle of my hair still is black, because I used to always do the two process, the indigo process, where I do the henna and then I end up doing the I did the henna and then the indigo too. So you got the two-step process. So once you do black, that's another thing about henna too. If you have a lighter color hair and you decide, oh, it's the fall, it's the winter, I want to go darker, you would have to be careful with that too, because the black don't go away. So it either has to grow out or you cut it out or whatever. Like literally, henna can be that way too. So you have to be very careful with that, guys. All right. And then this is the other stuff. So this is the fenugreek seed powder. And I think this is the natural shampoo, y'all. This is a natural shampoo. I never tried it, but I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens. It's kind of like a grainy. It seems kind of grainy, but my hope is that it doesn't stick in my locks. That's the only thing. I may have to actually call these people to see how this works, because I'm a little nervous about that, because I don't want that to be all up in my hair either. Nothing but natural for you. And this is the Xiphus Spina Christi. Okay, wait a minute. Also known as free of lead, pesticide. Okay, do not use near eyes. Okay, wait a minute. Um, Powder. Okay, I'm gonna have to call, guys. I'm like forget. See, I'm not used to purchasing this, so I'm going to actually. I may have to actually just look this up online to see what in the world that I. But I know one of them is supposed to be shampoo. I think it's the other one that's supposed to be shampoo. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? Greetings, greetings. Thanks for the thumbs up, girl. I was like, I already know you one of the true blues. Now you know I usually come in on Sundays, but girl, I've been like a little bit on the little injured side here. And so if you want to see, I was just going over the new stuff that I'm doing in the new color. I'm good. I'm getting better because I had injured my finger. It had got infected. So this is going on like 2.5 weeks that finally it's slowly but surely healing. I call myself doing my own manicure and use that cuticle cutter, girl, and cut up into my cuticle a little bit deeper than I was supposed to. And then it ended up it was good. I went to the doctors and they were saying it was infected. So we had to just work on some stuff to get that done. So it's healing, but slowly but surely healing. Okay. So I'm doing a whole new color, and I was telling people to go back and look, but we're only 16 minutes in, so I guess we can go ahead. I am going to be coloring my hair auburn, Carolyn. I'm going to be using auburn, girl. So for the first time, I'm trying auburn color. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I used to wear it when I was younger. I liked it then, so we'll see how it happens. And when I do it, I'm gonna definitely come back and show y'all the results, and we'll see how that all works out. And I ended up getting this as well, which is supposed to be a natural shampoo. I don't know how all this is gonna work out. I'm repeating myself, guys, because one of my homegirls came in. Okay, one of my lock stars came in. Oh, you think so? I hope so. The only thing about it, thank you though. But the only thing about the auburn, I love auburn because I used to use auburn and I used to color my hair copper. I used to do copper and auburn, and I used to do burgundy too. I used to love wearing burgundy. I used to wear that a lot too. But the only thing is because I ended up the whole middle part of my hair has been the two-step process with the henna and then the indigo with this black, because I got the lighter color that came through on the top. I'm sure that's going to come through. I feel like my ends are going to take, but I think it's going to be kind of, I don't know how this middle, I don't know if it's going to penetrate this black, and I don't even know if I have enough. So we're gonna just see what happens. Whatever comes out, guys, y'all gonna see what I see. So I'm just hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best. But anyways, like this is some type of seed powder shampoo. I think this one is the shampoo. I'm nervous about using this, but we're gonna see how this happens. See what happens. So this is all new stuff, y'all. This is a whole new area for me. Okay, and this is the Zis for Spinner Christie. I'm gonna have to call them, or maybe I'm gonna look this up because I know everything I got for a reason. All of it I got for a reason, but because it's new, it don't just like pop up to me with these two things for. I just know I was like, I want a natural shampoo, and I want okay. And the last thing that was in this package of for the henna stuff shampoo. Oh, I ended up purchasing this shampoo bar, and it's a pumpkin spice. Now, the reason how come I got the pumpkin spice shampoo bar too is because I heard that pumpkin was really good for helping to produce growth in your hair too. And I also love pumpkin. So that's another thing. I love me some pumpkin. So I was like, ooh, I gotta try that. Now, all this, guys, I am trying new things these days and stuff like that, trying some different stuff, and we're gonna see how all of this kind of stuff works out. I cannot wait to come back to show y'all the results to see how this all turns out, guys. So wish me luck on this new hair color journey, y'all. So we're gonna see. My plan is to mix this up. I actually want to mix this up tonight, but I'm gonna end up going online and looking at look up some of this stuff I bought so I can see exactly what those other two powders are for. So I definitely have to look that up because I kind of forgot what those were. But Yeah, so I'm gonna mix that up tonight. The plan is to actually put it on my hair tomorrow because the next 2 days I have off. I want to end up putting it on tomorrow. And on Sunday, somebody's supposed to be coming in to retighten my hair. Why is somebody gonna come and retighten my hair? Because my finger is injured and I am due for a retightening. Child, if you are filled back here, like I usually never let my hair go this far, but this injury has really been holding me back a lot. So for that reason, so for maybe my next two retightenings, I found this girl that I like what I saw so far as her work. So I'm gonna just for these next two because for this one, and then I think I'm gonna have her do one for me closer to July because I'll be taking a trip to go see my daughter in July, and I just want to make sure by then everything should be okay, and then I'll try to go ahead and take my hair back over after that. So, but time will tell. We'll see what happens with that, guys. And again, I hope everybody had a beautiful Mother's Day. Mine was great. I ended up going to church. I had a great time. I haven't been to a nice church in some time. One that I truly enjoyed. I really, really, and the pastor prophesied over me, had me up front and all that, girl. It was so crazy. I couldn't believe it, but it was nice. I had a really, really good time at church. Okay. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna see how that happens. And you know something, my day, let me tell you, I substitute teach too. So I was with the kids. Today was my last day. Next week is for those of you guys who may have children or whatever. School is out next week, all right. And my daughter is older now, so I'll be forgetting all that kind of stuff. But I do substitute. But let me tell you, these little kids made my day. Hold on. So I got my little sign saying "Love a substitute teacher," and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get a box. This is just a plain box that I got, but I'm gonna actually decorate it because what's in here is like a lot of the little notes and different things. Now I had no idea this was like over three little classes that these kids decided to just come up to me, and I'm just their little substitute teacher. So I wasn't even thinking these kids was thinking about little Miss Taylor like that. But honey, they just melted my little heart today. So the second grade class, they came and gave all the substitutes this. Have a great week. These were all from the little second grade class. So that was the first little note I had got from one of the little kids. And then another girl walked up to me the other day and said, "I did this for you." Wasn't that cute? Her little artwork that she did for me. Y'all, I'm a sentimental girl. Okay, so all this little thing that these little kids do, it just be it's just so cute. And look at the note. Okay, so this is a note to Miss Taylor, right? So the little kid wrote, "You are the best, Miss Taylor, and I love that you work at the library and you are very nice and you have great style. And I hope you have great style." Child, these little kids is something else. And I hope your finger feels better soon, Miss Taylor. These little kids are something else. And they just wrote all kinds of shine bright like a diamond. They said, "Shine bright like a diamond, Miss Taylor." These little kids are something else. They are so funny. And let me do this last thing. I got a couple of ones, but I ain't gonna go through all of them. But let me tell you, honey, so this little third grade boy, he was all like, "We do this game. Let me show you how to play this game." I was like, "Oh, I think I remember that little game. You know how you put your fingers in here and you pick something and pull it open?" So I was interested in stuff. Let me see what this little boy wrote. This is the third grader now. He wrote, this, I was like, some of these grown men don't even write this. He wrote, "You are magic. You're strong. Good news is coming your way." This is from a third grade boy. "You always have a great smile. You are a great teacher. You are pretty. Good luck is coming your way." Honey, who I was like, these little kids be thinking like this. I'm trying to tell you something. It is something else. It is too funny. But I am very sentimental. So, and then I just keep all the little stuff, child. They done gave me little stickers and all this little kind of stuff. So that kind of makes your day, honey. You'll be surprised when you're going through a little something, how even just little kids can make your day, honey. when they appreciate, show some appreciation. But yeah, guys, to be honest, and actually, aside from getting all that love from my little substitute students, I have still slowly but surely have been doing a little stuff with hair. I have like still gotten to do some of my clients. I've been trying to just kind of separate that out though, and just trying to be protective, even wearing gloves and different stuff. I've actually learned. I'll tell you one thing is when you're kind of out and you're and one thing you'll be surprised when you're kind of get injured. Just a little thing you won't think that's a big deal. How it will force you to come up with something new and different ways of doing things. So I was not used to using my like third finger, like doing my retightenings or whatever with the third my middle finger, and it felt kind of awkward and everything like that. Like it was kind of like I was like, oh, and it's kind of like hurting a little bit too. But I was surprised how I was able and learned how to get through that. Like so, it's like, listen, I'm telling you something. It's kind of like a lesson in learning how, because I don't think a lot of times we think about, okay, what if this happened or what if that happened? How are you going to do this and how are you going to do that? And I'm like, this is my livelihood too, as a matter of fact. So I can't just, you know, unless it's just like totally like where you just actually cannot do something if my hand was in a cast or something. But other than that, you just have to pivot. It just this was like a lesson in pivoting, and I was like, wow, okay. I never thought that. I was like, okay, I'll be able to still like kind of pivot a little bit and still get things done. So by the grace of God, I was able to go ahead and do that and get it done. And then another thing too is just like understanding that people will come and people will go, and like in this hair industry and different things like that, and you having clients and just I don't know. With me, it has been trusting in a lot of ways that those clients will be there, because the reality is that they will come and they will go. So just out the blue, someone just was like, all right, she kind of made up something, and she left. But it's okay though. I don't never get like upset with people for like going their own way for whatever reason they have, just long as I get like a little heads up so I can kind of account for it or whatever. Other than that, it's like, do whatever you got to do. But it's so funny, and I'm so thankful and grateful that God has just been blessing me, because as soon as one goes out, it just seems like another comes in, or two comes in. So even though that happened, another one I already replaced with another person, like literally just after, and I'm talking about within a week. It's like it seems like God's been doing that. And I'm really just trying to think about like, are you telling me to just continue to do this hair thing, just do it full time? Because it seems like although I'm having a hard time just trying to get like I'm like trying to find a 95. But ever since I moved to this new state, it has just been a challenge, a uphill battle trying to get like full-time work. But as it relates to hair, I'm constantly getting somewhere with that. Like I'm just like getting people. I'm actually having to turn people away, because it's like I'm like, I don't want to end up doing like everybody, and I didn't plan on continuing to like retire doing hair. Like that's not what I wanted to do. I was just like, okay, I'm great. I'm glad that I do have this avenue to make money and stuff like that. But I was kind of using it as like kind of like supplementing money. It wasn't the plan, but I'm kind of feeling like, oh God, like this is the most lucrative for me since I've been here. So I'm just all like, so I'm kind of going through that, just kind of figuring out like what I need to stick with based on like what's happening in that kind of way. And then just even like in the location. But it's good for hair business. That is one thing I will say. If any of you guys, if anybody is interested or going in to the hairdresser space, if you're going into the lock world, you want to do locks, you want to become a loctician or whatever that is, whether it's mini locks, scissor locks, whatever that is, traditional locks, there is a real still big business for it. Like the South, just like So many people have locks. Like I'm like, oh my god, like practically every guy, every other guy you see, like most, especially the guys, like it's just that most all of them wear locks. Like so many people wear locks. So there is no way that you can't make it. Like if you go into the southern states, I know Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, Maryland, like but like up the East Coast, there's just so many places that you could go. But I would advise that though, like if you're going to go into locks and stuff like that, make sure you're choosing, especially if you're going to do it as a career and you plan on going into the salons or opening your own business or whatever it is your plans to do. To if you plan on doing locks or anything like that, just make sure you choose a place that where it's really lucrative at. And I could just tell you, I can tell you for sure the South is it. Okay, like if you're going there, you can do very very well if you want to go into the lock business, sister locks, and I think any kind of them, because I mean people are wearing everything, and it is enough to go around. And then if you and then also too, I know depending on what little towns you're in, because like these states have so many little pockets of towns, like these little small towns, and most people, like aside from like if you're in like big cities or like Charlotte or that, where you will probably find locticians and all that. It's plentiful there, like in your bigger cities and stuff like that. But when you start to some of these smaller little towns, because there's a lot of different little smaller towns, you're gonna find you may be lucky if you find one or two people for the whole entire town. Like, and I'm in that kind of situation, like the town I'm in. I think I just found out about like a second, about a third girl. So I think there may be like three of us here, literally, but that's still servicing like literally an entire town. So that is still like not even enough, but it's good for you though if you're a type of person that really wants to get into that and make that money, and basically doing hair in this small town because there's not so many locticians. That is actually the majority of my money, even though I wasn't really intended for that to be, but it's been really good for me. So I'm just very thankful and grateful to God for that. So I'm definitely thankful for that. That's definitely paying the bills. Okay, so we gonna keep that running. We gonna definitely keep that rolling. But yeah, but pretty much that has been it. And then just the regular, the usual stuff with me, like at the library, still going on my shifts there and doing like my regular little stuff, and just some other little taking time for myself too. I'm also doing that, trying to rest, but also too just trying to take care of myself when things happen as well. So that's pretty much all I have really been up to lately. Nothing really fairly new, and I haven't decided to. I'm right now at this moment because my focus is on other things. So I'm not like taking the sister lock training for sure as of yet, because I'm not for sure if I'm going to go down that route, as I'm trying to determine if this is going to really be like, I'm really like having a second thought now because it's been taking so long for me to get a full-time job here. Like, wow, is this going to be the route that I actually really have to pay more attention to? And if in fact I do, I will for sure probably end up taking the courses, but there's still some other things in between that I do have to take care. Whether I end up taking the course or not, I still do have to take care of some other things. So there's just things on my bucket list before I can do that. But I think that's still just on and rolling with the whole social locks things. I haven't actually found out anything new about the sister locks, extra large sister locks, aside from the fact that they rolled out already and that they're doing their trainings and stuff. I don't know anybody yet who has done it. or anything like that. So I haven't, unless any of you guys have heard anything further about the XL Sister Locks. If you have, drop that, too. Like, so whether I do it or not, like, if you guys have heard anything extra about that, drop it. Like, whatever the, if you have heard anything else. I haven't, I actually haven't really did a deep dive into like if anything else is new besides like what they already have going out. I mean, put out about it. So yeah, I don't know anything other than that. And if anybody wanted to just kind of know anything else about anything else, I have, like I said, because I've covered so much, like within like the hair stuff and all the kind of stuff I know. Um, um, I don't know, like, whatever else y'all might want to know. So if it's something else that you want to know, you all have to let me know. Like I said, we got to work together and be like, okay, what about this? Did you hear about this? Hey, I want to know about this or know about that. So guys, too, like I said, that's the kind of stuff that keeps me going too, to be able to get that interaction with you all and then to know what's up or whatever else people want to know. Hey, 305 Capricorn girl, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm okay. I'm okay. You can how are you? I hope everything is good with you. I injured my finger, child, but I just finished and it's slowly but surely healing. It had got me kind of a little messed up for the past 2 weeks, but if you do because we're 36 minutes in, and like you could do the recap and then you'll see about the color that I'm, going to be changing my hair with and all of that kind of stuff. And all that jazz. So whenever you get time, you can go ahead and look into that and then get caught up with what we was talking about here. But I haven't been doing too much because of this injury and stuff like that. But oh, okay. Oh, Capricorn says your father passed away. Haven't been online, but I will catch up. Oh, sorry to hear that. Condolences to your family, especially around this time. Mother's Day and Father's Day. So is it? Yeah. Oh, Father's Day is next month, June. June. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. That's always hard when you lose a parent, and I understand because both of my parents are no longer here with me. So I lost both my mother and my father as well. So trust me, I know exactly how that feels. So condolences to your family, and my heart goes out to you. Okay. And sending healing energy your way to you and your family. So that's completely understandable about not, being online and stuff like that. Do what you have to do for your family. So that's completely understandable. But yeah, just in time. Yes. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, absolutely. It's super hard. Like I think, as a matter of fact, those are the hardest deaths that you will experience is the death of your parents. It's not like any other death you will experience. Like when you lose your parents in the world, it's a whole different feeling. And I would like I'll say like what it felt like for me was like, even though I have siblings, because it's six of us, I got four brothers, two sisters, there's two girls, four boys. But the thing is that even though you have siblings, all that kind of stuff, but when you lose your parents, it's like you feel like, well, to me, it was like a sense of like, wow, I'm really alone in this world now. Like it's like because you know that your parents, no matter what, they will love you, like regardless of what. But everybody else, and even though you have love of your siblings, if you have them, it's still a different kind of love. But it's like you can always go back to your parents for like love and support or whatever that is or whatever. But it's different. It's just a different feeling. So I understand. Trust me. I understand. It's a slow process of healing, a slow process of healing, but it never goes away, but it gets better with time. I'll say that. It gets better with time. But yep. So, you know, healing, it is hard though. It is hard. But so much stuff is going on in this daggone world today. I tell you, he's in a better place. I tell you that much because it's um yeah. Capricorn says, I think I'm still in shock. I can't believe this happened. I hope I heal fast. Thank you. Oh, you're definitely welcome. I would say to that. I understand. Well, it depends, because if it's like one of those type of things where it happened, where you guys weren't expecting it, then I can imagine how that can be like a serious shock. But even if they're sick and you know they're going to die and stuff like that, it's still kind of like, even when it happens, even if you know, it still doesn't mean that you're not going to feel those feels, like you, because you're still going to feel it even if you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and as a matter of fact, yeah, I've sent hearts to you for that because of the healing hearts. um but the thing is that, don't think that's going to happen fast. Okay, the healing, that's not going to, is, take your time. Don't force the healing, just take your time, and then allow yourself, don't try to beat back the feelings or any of that kind of stuff. You gotta let that heal. Just go with the natural feeling of your body, like let yourself heal on its own time. Don't force it. And I'll say this, because even over my father, my mother's death was the hardest for me. That was like extremely the hardest death for me, with my mother. But the thing was this. I'm gonna tell you what happened when my mother passed away. I took the time off. I took 2 weeks off of work. I just was like, I definitely just needed the time. I took 2 weeks off. And then the third week, I was like, okay, they was like, hey, Colin, how you doing, Faith? Everything okay? Do you know when you be coming back? We understand whatever, but like we just, that they want their little time on whatever. But I was like, because I think they give you 3 days or something like that. But I took 2 weeks. I was like, whatever. But I was like, okay, the third week I'm gonna come back. I think I'm okay. Cause I was like, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I'm gonna go back the third week. So I went back in. This was week 3. So I went back in. I was just sitting at my desk. And then something happened where I just remembered a thought of my mother, and just like, I'm trying to remember if the doctor, oh no, I was sitting at the desk and one of the doctors came to ask me something. And he was talking and this and that. And I guess he must have just saw how I looked or whatever. And he was like, are you okay? Like, oh, are you all right? Like, you seem a little different. Like, are you okay? I was like, no, like my mother passed away a couple of weeks. He's like, oh, Faye, I'm so sorry. Like, oh my God, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. And then after he just said that, I just broke down at the desk, child. Like I was over. He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you cry. And I'm like, no, it's not you. It's just that it's like emotions and feelings are coming out. I just can't help it. Like, and I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to start crying. Like, I'm like all like embarrassed too, because I didn't even know I was going to start crying like that. And it just was like, once them tears came, they just were. He was like, tell me what to say. Tell me what to say. I was like, oh, I don't know what to say. He was like, I'm so sorry. Just, I don't know how to fix it. Tell me what to say. And it was kind of cute because he was like so confused. He was like, oh, so just tell me what to say to you. Like, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just think I need to just probably take a couple more days off. I think that's what I need to do. And so, and I just went to my boss and just told my boss what happened. And they was like, Faye, take another week. Just take another week. And then that's what I did. I just ended up like just taking another week, and I needed it. So you never know. Like you'll think that you're okay, and then somebody will say something, and it'll trigger something. Or like I'm trying to tell you, nothing's gonna fix that except for time. Like that's literally, especially with your parents. Like that's just gonna be with time. And don't say it's not gonna happen quick. I can tell you that right now. It's not gonna happen quickly. It's just gonna, just let it happen in its time. And then as time was going on with me, going on, then it just started lessening a little bit more, lessening a little bit more. And my mom would pop in my dreams sometimes, but it would be like a nice dream. Sometimes she wouldn't talk. She'll just be sitting at the table with me, just like, and or whatever that was. Like you're gonna experience different things. Your experience, but everybody's is gonna be different. But with your parents, take your time. Just take your time. Believe me. Yeah. Yeah. Kevin says, oh, that's so unfortunate, but I know this is part of life. We can't escape death. Nope. And lighter nudes, your hair looks great. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know what? It needs some taking care of. To be honest with you, my hair is needs washing, okay, because I was planning on washing my hair tonight. Trust me, it's like it's like it needs retightening, it needs washing, and coloring and all of that. So I'm getting all that done. Someone's doing my hair, so I guess I'll pull it out just because I'm going to be coloring Auburn, okay. I'm gonna be doing an Auburn, y'all. So like I said, so y'all gonna look out for that. When I do this, we're gonna see, guys. This is my first time trying it. Like how I said earlier in the video, a couple times. This is my first time. I do not know how this is gonna go because this is my first time trying it with henna, the natural way. Usually I would have done this with a chemical. So so that's the difference. That is the difference. When I colored my hair before, it was, yeah, do you have to? Yes, you do. So you never use henna. So this is now back in the day, I never used henna either. I wasn't a henna person. I used to just always use like color in the boxes. Yep. I always use the chemical too. So what I would do is I would always just use like Miss Clairol, like all kind of different stuff. So when I was in hair school too, we had all of these different like professional colors and all this other kind of stuff. So you had a lot of people. Let me tell y'all something, and I don't want to say it like this to be like, but listen, let me tell you something. If you want to, if it goes with chemical colors, now I don't know if you want to like come over to the natural side because like I said, you can't just switch right from a chemical color to a henna, to a natural color like that. It doesn't work like that because you have to make sure it's done appropriately, because if you don't do that appropriately, you will not get the desired color you want, and you will definitely probably mess up your hair color. That is for sure. So the thing about it was, I will give y'all this tip, and this is 100% sure. Now, people who really know their color stuff is the white colorists. Okay. Now, y'all might see them like, think of like the punk rockers or this and that, where they be having their pinks and their purples and they do their tricolors and their ombres and da da da. I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure is the white folks that was in school, they know their color. They know how to color. If you ever wanted to have some on point color, you go to one of their shops, you gonna get what you're looking for because they are good at that. That is one thing I have to give them credit for. They know how to color your hair. Okay, they know what they're doing when it comes to coloring. Now, the thing about it is, henna. The only reason why I turned to henna is because I was transitioning from everything chemical. I didn't want to do chemicals no more. I was like, I want to even do my colors. Like, so it was just like one thing, step by step by step. I was like, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now I'm going to do this. Okay, now I'm only using colors now, shampoos, like, products to my hair, to all that. So I've just been doing, so now I've been doing hennas for over 10 years. Now, this is the thing. So if you're a person so this is me fully transitioning from relaxed hair to being like, okay, now I'm gonna go natural. I'm gonna go ahead and do like, so I wore my hair a loose natural. Let me see. I haven't colored my hair in about a year and a half. I want to switch to natural as well. I like ginger red. Oh, girl, the gingers and the reds are on point. Like, oh my God, I love my daughter's hair is ginger right now. She got her hair colored ginger, and it just looked like chef's kiss. It looks beautiful on her. Gingers are a beautiful color. Reds, especially like crimson reds and all of that, kind of those deep red, rich red colors. Oh, I love them. But the things about reds that you do have to understand is that reds fade the fastest. So out of all the colors, like, so if you go into the red family, there are burgundies and all of that kind of stuff, those colors fade the quickest. So you do have to, be aware of that, that they fade the quickest. But you can, if you did decide to go into those colors, especially like with the reds or whatever, there are definitely shampoos and different things like that that you can use, like the color shampoos that help to maintain those colors for a longer period of time. So there's always things that to enhance it a little bit better, but yeah, but they're beautiful. Like I do wear them, but I would say the closest that I got in the red family was the auburns and burgundies for me, because I definitely did the auburns and the burgundies. But oh man, I really love those reds too. So the redheads are those are nice too. I really really like those colors as well. But like I said, if you chose to, so if you already have, so I'm assuming already 305 Capricorn that you are a that you're natural and you're locked. I it's so many people that I talk to, so sometimes I kind of forget who's natural. I don't know if are you a loose natural or do you have locks in your hair? And what kind of locks do you have in your hair? And do you have color now in your hair? Yes, I have sister locks. Okay, do you have color in your hair? Because there is a few things that I would say. Do you have color currently in your hair now? And this is what I would say. Um, I don't know if you do have color in your hair, because anyways, until you answer. But if you have color currently in your hair and it's a chemical color, I definitely, for one, the first of all, go to a professional, and I tell people this all the time, no matter what. Do not be like, oh, you know what, I could do it. I would, even if you can or whatever like that. I would just say, especially if you're trying to switch over to natural from a chemical, go see a professional. Do not switch over by yourself like that, because you actually do need to have information about it. You do need to know what you're doing. So even when it comes to buying, purchasing henna, you need to purchase henna from quality places. Like you can't just buy henna just from anywhere, because if you buy henna, and a lot of people a lot of places, like a lot of Indian stores, because a lot of Indian women tend to use henna on their hair. They tend to just, it's very popular in their community to use color their hair with henna. But the thing about that is you got to know where that henna is sourced, really sourced from, so that you're not okay. Capricorn says, locked for over 4 years. I have color on the ends. Red has been fading. I haven't colored in over a year. Okay. So I would say, so basically, since you said you use chemical colors, so I'm assuming it's chemical, and then it depends on what type of color you are looking for. Now, and if you're going to go into hennas, is different how it works. You can obtain certain colors, but you definitely need to get information about the henna. So, because they do have different type of colors, so they have different packages that you would have to buy to achieve the type of color you're looking for. I would still say that hennas don't have like a very extended color line. Like, it's really not that extended. I think you can get into the red family, but it's not like a really wide range of reds. You know what I mean? But you would have to like definitely talk to the people that you're getting henna from, to be like, okay, what exactly do you have? You would have to look at what they have and then see what color you think matches you the best. But also too, you have to the way color works is going to go based on where you're starting at, meaning what's on the end, what the rest of your hair looks like mine, like right. So when I do, in my estimation of what mines may turn out to look like, about 10 years now, about 10 years, about 10 years. I've been using it. Yep. So with me, where mine is my hair used to be more, like I said, back, like kind of even when I first started hennering my hair, I didn't use the two-step, like the black and indigo. Guys, when you come in, thumbs up the live. Okay, guys, I see a few of you guys coming in. Thank you. So, welcome. Come to the group. Say hi to everybody. We want to say hi to you guys. And also, if you can, just thumbs up the live. If you're part of the Lock family, thumbs up the live. I truly appreciate all of that. And thank you for the ones who have gave me a thumbs up. So with mine, like I'm like, now this is the first time I'm trying to do this auburn, but the thing is that when I first came into it, I used to just do regular henna. I used to do the one step, which was just henna. That's it, just the henna. So what will happen is once you start using the henna like that, you'll get like it just depends, because based on what color you start off with. So say if you got a medium brown color to your hair, you're going to have one result. You might get more of a reddish tint to your hair. Some people might get a burgundy look to their hair. Like, it just really depends on where you start. If you come out, if you have a darker color hair, you might just get a couple of strands that might show up. That's like that orangey color, just like how I just did mine, and y'all like, oh, you kind of put, I can see that little reddish, whatever. That's from like the regular henna doing the one step, because that's what I did the last time. The last henna treatment I just did, it was just that last step, which gave you that like kind of orangey and whatever. It'll be like kind of a, I don't know, like brassy or bronzy, because to me it's like kind of like a bronzy or brassy orange, that kind of like the look of it. And that's just being based on my head, and then like on some of the grays, it's just showing up that kind of way. And that wasn't my intention, but in the beginning, that's what I did. But back then, I didn't have grays in my hair back then, because we're talking 10 years ago. So when I first started doing it, I was just kind of having more of that kind of reddish kind of tint to it. And that's just kind of how I wore it. But then as the winter started coming, I was like, you know what? I think I want to do the two-step. I want to do like black. Like I think I want to do black. But I had the understanding that if I did black, that's it. Like if it's like it's a wrap. Like if you decide to do the two-step and do black, even in henna, it will deposit. It's just like anything else. Even if you did like a chemical color and you did black and then you trying to go light, it's not going to work like that without bleach, because you got to lift the color. You got to deposit the color out. You got to take the darkness out and then put the light on. So it's the same thing with henna, whereas now it's different with henna in the sense of once you put this black on, you're not lifting this up. You probably could lift it with bleach, but you totally tearing it up. Like I already like decided that there was no more chemicals on my hair. So bleach is like out of the question. Like I definitely is not doing bleach. And then you're just asking for more issues with your hair drying out. And then you don't even want to do it until your locks are fully locked. But of course, if you're past 4 years, you're already past the fully locked stage in your locks, progress. So you definitely should be able to do it. But you definitely don't want to go black. If you want to go, because I say you go black, you ain't gonna go back. Okay. So if you don't want to do that, and the only other way that you're going to get rid of that is, of course, you would either have to be cutting your hair, eventually cutting it, or you're going to have to wait for the new growth to come out. And then you're going to have to stop the process of doing the black colors, period, and then just go ahead and do the colors. But then if you do that, you're going to end up with a ombre of sorts. Whereas just like kind of how my hair is starting to do, whereas on the top, now that I've stopped the two process, the henna processing, I'm not doing that anymore. So now as my hair is coming out, and even when I do this step, you guys are definitely going to see a difference because I haven't been doing it. So the top portion of my hair is definitely going to have that color. And then as it's going down and growing more, I'll have that darker black still going down. So it's gonna still be kind of more like black at the end, like starting to kind of go down my hair, and then I'll have that color. But I'm just gonna, and then I'll have probably like kind of streaks in between. And the only reason why I'm gonna have the streaks in between is because of the grays that is speckling through my hair and around here. So I don't know how all of that's gonna go. And the only reason how come I'm okay with that. Okay, yeah, so yeah, definitely don't want black at all. I'm a color girl. The top of my locks are black and I don't like it. Right, right. Okay, no, that's cool. So well then you should be okay. You should be straight then. Like you definitely don't have to do that. And you'll definitely be able to achieve like probably the color that you're going for. But well, you will be able to achieve color. I'll say that you'll be able to achieve color, but you'll definitely have to do more research in the henna to get like the exact color you want. You're probably not, like I said, they don't have henna don't have a large palette of colors. They don't have a large like your chemical colors. They don't have that. So you'll have to make the choice of if you really want that color that you're used to, that's going to still be in the chemical family. To be honest with you, I'll just be honest there. But if you want kind of like a you're probably not going to do, depending on like I said what kind of red you're looking for. Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything is definitely better than bleach. You definitely do not want to do that. And what I have been thinking about too, guys, like, cause I'm really trying to do some like different things too, like, like consultations and things like that, because I do have, just a lot of knowledge of a lot of different things. And I kind of feel like I definitely give so much information out here, but at the same time, too, with the times and stuff like that, like if people want to go more in depth, I'm trying to, yeah, I'm trying to like kind of offer something like that, like some either hair consultations, like on some really specific things where I can go really more in depth with people about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this information and stuff like that, trust me, I paid for it all. Like it took a lot of time of me learning, years of learning this stuff and paying to learn this stuff too. So I didn't get all this knowledge for free. Believe that. Believe me, I paid for it. So that is something that I have been thinking of lately of rolling out. Um, there's some other things I was thinking of too, like an ebook on like trying to prepare people also, for people who are interested in getting sister locks and all the different types of things that they should think about, and a lot of the things that they should do if they're thinking about doing that. And coincidentally too, guys, I taught myself, self-taught how to raise your credit scores. Like I was like it was so crazy because I really needed to learn that so bad. I know this is different off the topic, but I did really learn how to do that well. I know how to get somebody's score up. So I was even thinking about even rolling out like a little something, a little consultation with that if anybody was interested. Because believe me, I'm telling you, I really did a bunch of research, and so for those who already have great credit scores, good for you, but for people who, if they wanted to learn a little bit more, I do have a lot of knowledge on that as well. So but anyways, and like lastly too, actually thinking about doing another channel, guys. This is something I've been really trying to roll out, because this is like my hair channel, but there's like so many other things that I want to do more, like a vlog. I know I mentioned in a certain other past videos and stuff like that, and it's something that's just been on my mind, because I really want to just talk about so much other different stuff on another channel. Like I know this is like so like kind of hair focused. We might kind of veer a little bit here and there, but I definitely want to do something different and really just to be able to express in different ways and talk about so much more, and not just kind of be blocked into just like a hair channel. Although this is great and this is very knowledgeable, and I hope a lot of people get a lot from it, and I'm glad about that. But I definitely want to go ahead and kind of branch out in a different way and talk about a lot of different things. There's like so many other things that I'm like, you know, interested in and that I want to talk about, and also trying to know about myself, because there's a lot of different things that I have been trying to focus on doing for later that I want to talk about, but it'll be better spoken on another channel about like housing and a lot of different little things that have been coming up that I'm so interested in that I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it here. But anyways, if I do, when I come up with that, because that's been something for this past year that I've been wanting to do, I will definitely let y'all know what that is, and hopefully y'all come over there and then look and just kind of see me in a whole different light on that. But I'll get that together. When I get that together, I'll definitely let y'all know about that. Okay. Because I feel like I got a lot more to offer there as well. And those hair consultations and stuff like that, we could easily do that via Zoom, and then just exchange information, emails, all some kind of stuff, and then just you know, whether it's like a hair consultation on something specific, um, what the henna colors or any of that thing, anything too that is concerning, like just different things that you were trying to work on with your hair. We could definitely, I could definitely help in that area. Yeah. So that's pretty much that on that, guys. Yeah, so if anybody had any other questions about anything regarding hair, or interested in anything else or whatever, like I always try to tell y'all, leave your comments and questions or whatever have you, and then I'll try to go ahead and answer those kind of things. And but other than that, that is pretty much all I really have for today, guys. Was just I wanted to go ahead and share that with you about the little color and kind of update you on what's been going on with my little finger. I'll see Sunday too. We'll see by Sunday if the hair is done by then, because the plan is to mix this color up tonight and put it on tomorrow. I do have a little function that they're throwing at over here where I live. So let me Yeah, okay, good, good, Capricorn, for sure. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I definitely would appreciate everybody that of my lock stars. Okay, okay. Enjoy your weekend as well. Okay, and like I said, you feel better. Sending healing energy your way to you and your family. Okay, thanks for joining, and I always appreciate all of my, all my people, all my lock star family. So thank you so much, and you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, so yeah, guys. So I've been on over an hour, guys, and I just wanted to come in and catch up, and then I'll see Sunday too, you all, if everything works out and all this, because I'm actually getting my retightening done Sunday. So that's another thing. I'm actually going to be getting my hair done on Sunday. So hopefully I can get the person to come in the morning to get my hair done. And another thing too, yeah. So if she does that, then later on that day, guys, depending on how everything turns out, and I'm talking about I am praying, guys, y'all cross your fingers with me. I'm praying that this thing comes out. I hope it comes out. I hope it comes out the way I want it to. That's all I gotta say. I hope it comes out the way it wants to, guys. But so that is the plan. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it because it's already 9 o'clock, guys. I want to go ahead and mix this up because remember, when you are mixing up henna, it takes 12 hours for the dye to release. This is not a fast process. That's another thing. If you decide you want to switch over to, it's so hot here today. Oh, is it? Is it? Okay, it's the day. Okay, it's hot. We had a hot day here in North Carolina as well. Today was 80 degrees. So, well, it started off. Um, actually like 67 in the morning because I had to get up early to get to the school today. So when I got up early in the morning, it was actually 67 degrees. But then by the time I got off work at 3, it was 80 degrees. So I can only imagine where you are, what that temperature was. But it was 80 here. So that was kind of hot to me here. So I can only imagine there. But like I said, just remember, guys, if you're doing, ooh, child, I don't know how y'all deal with it. It's 104 here today. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, them kind of states. See, I don't know. But then again, my daughter lives in Florida, so and I'm like, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I'm look. Who I already told her. She know how I am. I'm going in July, and I already know it's probably gonna be some crazy work out in Florida too with the temperature. So to be honest with you, I ain't looking forward to all that. But I told her wherever they take me, I need to go to where it's a beach or it needs to be somewhere with water and somewhere I could be cool at. Because I am not I'm not a summer girl, anyways. I'm not a maybe because I was born in the fall. I'm a fall baby, so I love the fall. It's so funny. It's so funny how that is because I feel like summer people born in the summer like hot weather, and then people born in different seasons kind of seem like they like their season because I love the fall. That's my favorite season, the fall time. I think the weather is perfect in the fall time. Like I like it when you could just put on a sweater or a little windbreaker or a little blazer or something like that. Like I like that's the kind of weather I like. I am not the hot girl. I'm not a hot girl. Okay. So I don't like the hot weather. I can't do it. I can't. I guess you have to be kind of born and raised to deal with 104, honey. You got to be born and raised with that. I can't do it. But God bless y'all for all the ones who can. But that's just like being raised in the East Coast where but that's just like but no, but it's the opposite with me. It's just like being raised in the East Coast where it's cold, cold, cold. So I'm used to the freezing cold weather. Like so I'm more well, although I am adjusting to the South, I still don't like the summers. Like I still haven't got there. I still don't like the summers, but people always come over my house, like especially my clients, my poor clients, they are always with their hoodies, always with stuff. They be like, bring this because you know she keep her house cold. Because and maybe that has to be a East Coast thing because my house is always kind of cool and cold. I rather put warm stuff on, but that's how it is in the East Coast. Like when it gets really cold, you're just used to bundling up. Like so you're like okay you can deal with the cold weather but you just bundle up. So I be trying to like remember my clients are used to all that, but I swear it's a hard habit to break when you're used to it. But a lot of people can't deal with that, like that cold weather. A lot of people can't deal with it. So it's kind of like the one on the other. So I'm the total opposite of what you are. I'm used to cold weather as opposed to this real hot weather. But okay, guys. Thank you, YouTube, for not like and let me not speak too soon, but thank you, YouTube, for not disturbing my groove today, for letting me be great. Thank you, YouTube. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Okay? Because y'all already know they was tripping out on me the last couple of times. And guess what? This was just the same. You see what I'm saying? How I really think this is YouTube that be doing that because my setup is literally the same as when it was messing up on me. And a lot of people was talking about how YouTube be like playing with people and stuff like that. And I really think they was just like playing on my top, like, just playing with my channel. So I can't call it. I can't call it. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful and grateful, YouTube. You hear? You heard me? I'm thankful and grateful. Thank you, baby. So for letting me live. All right. So okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down now. And please remember to like, share, guys, share the video with someone that you think might benefit from it. Okay. And thank you for the new subscribers that have come. I'm always appreciative of all of it, and I don't, care how it trickles, whatever. All 750 something of you guys. Thank you so much for joining my channel. I appreciate you all. Okay. And as always, sharing is caring. That's why I try to share so much with you guys when I can. And I am going to eventually go ahead and offer up some hair consultations for those of you guys who want that. But once I kind of like go ahead and kind of more finalize and just really put out what it is that I want to offer, I will put that out to you guys, and also the new channel, because that is going to happen. I am definitely going to do that. And then hopefully you guys will come over there. That way we can expand our stuff and we can talk about so much more. Okay. So that is something I want to stop talking about and being about it. And that is going to happen, but in God's divine time. Okay. All right. So thank you, everyone. Y'all all enjoy your weekend. Okay. I hope you all have fun. And then Sunday, hopefully, I will come back with a new color, baby. Y'all gonna be a new me. So we'll see. All right. So all y'all have a good night. Okay. Y'all all have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. All right. Oops. Bye. See y'all later.